Hi, I'm David Procyshyn from Do Yoga With Me. This yoga class focuses on your hands. So if you're in the trades, like you're a carpenter or a plumber, if you're a musician, if you work at a desk all the time, anything where you're using your hands a lot, this class will be fantastic for you. So you can start sitting, sit cross-legged, sit in a chair, sit on your couch. It doesn't really matter. We'll be doing everything with our hands, so just make sure that you're comfortable. So everything that we do, with some exceptions, we'll be holding for 5 seconds, and some of them will be repeating more than others. But for the most part, we'll be holding stretches for 5 seconds. But first, we're going to warm up the hands and the wrists. So all I want you to do is stick your hands in front of you and curl them into tight fists, and then stretch them out as much as you can. And when you stretch the fingers out, I want you to not only straighten them as much as you can, but spread them out, flare the fingers really wide, and then tighten them. And then flare the fingers and stretch them out really wide. Tighten them into fists, and then flare and stretch. 2 more times. Tighten, flare. Last one. And flare. Okay, now just relax the fingers, do some circles. And as you're doing the circles, try to make the circles of your wrists as big as you possibly can. Really big. And now as you're doing those circles, start to stretch the fingers out and flare them as much as you can throughout the whole circle. Okay, and then change the direction of that circle. See how big you can make those circles. Find your full range of motion in your wrists. Okay, now shake your hands out, side to side, just like this. So your pinky fingers are shooting out to the sides every time you fling them. And now we're going to fling them like we're dog paddling, so up and down. And now the key to this kind of exercise, it's easy, but you want to see if you can loosen all of the joints in your hands while you're doing it. So relax your wrists, relax every joint in your fingers and your thumbs. And let's go to that first one again, side to side. And then up and down. Okay, and now stop. Do one big circle in either direction, flaring the fingers. And then rest your arms at your sides, give your shoulders a big circle. Okay, bring your right hand forward, point the fingers down, palm forward, wrap the index finger and the thumb around the forearm with the thumb on the inside. And give it a little squeeze, just like you're giving it a little massage. Curl the fingers in, keep that squeeze on, and then stretch and flare the fingers. You'll feel the muscles tighten under your thumb. Curl the fingers in, move the thumb a little bit closer to the elbow, squeeze, stretch and flare the fingers. Let's keep doing that. Curl the fingers in, move the thumb and the index finger down, squeeze, flare, stretch as much as you can. Curl the fingers in, 2 more times, squeeze, stretch and flare. Make a fist, 1 more time, squeeze close to the elbow, stretch and flare. Okay, left arm. Squeeze, curl the fingers in, stretch and flare, close to the wrist. Curl the fingers in, squeeze, stretch and flare as much as you can through those fingers. Squeeze, stretch and flare, that's number 3. Move down, squeeze, stretch and flare. Move down, squeeze, stretch and flare. Okay, give those hands a little shake. Doggy paddle. Remember to loosen up the joints, the wrists, all of the finger joints. And then do 1 big circle in either direction. Okay, now we're going to stretch the fingers individually. So I want you to start with your right hand between the index and the middle finger. So what you're going to do is we're going to do the splits vertically. So you'll wedge your hand in between those 2 fingers and just kind of turn it until they're pushing the 2 fingers apart and you feel the stretch there. And this is where we hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we switch those fingers. One is up, the other's down now. Wedge the hand in, hold for 5. Okay, between the middle and the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ring and pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, give them a shake. Left hand, index and middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Middle and ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ring and pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now the thumbs. Take both thumbs right along the sides of your rib cage with the pad of the thumb on the sides there. Okay, so all you do here is you keep the thumbs there and you stretch the fingers out. Stretch them out. Such a good stretch for the thumbs. Hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the left hand forward. Grab the thumb with your right fingers and now pull the thumb straight down as your fingers stretch out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing with the right thumb. Stretch the fingers, pull the thumb straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, give the hands a shake. Loosen up those joints, then the doggy paddle. And now circles with the wrists. Flare the fingers, both directions. Okay, now we're going to stretch the fingers to the side horizontally. So we'll start with the right hand. What you're going to do is bring the fingers of the left hand into the fingers of the right, so between the index and the middle finger. And then all you're going to do is spread the fingers of the left hand, and you'll feel that stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a good one. Bring the fingers out, bring it between the middle and the ring finger. And again, just spread the fingers out with your left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ring and pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand, index and middle finger. Wedge those fingers in, spread them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Between middle and ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Between ring and pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now bring the fingers down. If you're sitting on a chair, you can just bring the fingers onto the bottom of the chair and just move your knees apart. If you're sitting on the floor, then bring the fingers to the floor. And all you're going to do is make sure that the pads of every finger is touching the ground, and try to bring the heels of the hands to the floor and straighten your elbows. Just lean into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now stay and pivot the palms a little bit out. Straighten your elbows and lean into it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay. Now pivot the palms a little bit in and lean into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Give the hands a shake. And then the doggy paddle, loosen up those joints. and then circles in both directions. Okay, now we're going to twist the fingers. So you're going to take the right hand and grab the fingers so that they're wrapped around each other as much as you can. And then curl them into each other and keep them like that. 1, 2. You can use your fingers to pull them around each other. 4, 5. And then switch. So now the other finger's on top. Wrap them around, curl them around, tighten them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Middle and ring. Curl them around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ring and pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand, ring in middle. 1, 2. Sometimes you'll find fingers that are hard and tight. 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Middle and ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ring and pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, release. Just stretch those fingers out a little bit. Bring your right hand forward. Now curl the fingers in really tight. Firm up your elbow. Grab the back of your hand and pull the knuckles towards you. And push energy from your shoulder into the back of the wrist. Keep those fingers in tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to change the angle again. Now you're pulling the knuckles towards the outside of your shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the middle of your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now point the fingers up. Grab the tips of the fingers, pull them back, straight back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now pull the fingers more towards the outside of your shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now towards your left shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Curl the fingers in tight of your left hand. Pull the knuckles in, elbows straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull the knuckles towards the outside of the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now towards the center of your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Palm faces out. Grab the tips of the fingers with your right hand. Pull the fingers back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now towards the outside of the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now towards the other shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, just relax your hands, stretch out the fingers a couple times. Okay, now we're really going to loosen them up. We're going to go into kind of a martial arts movement. So instead of shaking, it's going to be a shake and a little bit of a punch movement. So every time we're going to do that, and you're going to do it in a way that you want to get energy, like chi or prana, from the shoulders into the fingers. And at the same time, you'll stretch and flare, but you'll loosen. So it's like you're kind of whipping them out a little bit. Okay, so let's try it, alternating your hands. So right, left, right, left. Start shooting that energy out of your fingers. And notice how loose you can make all of the joints in your hands and your wrists. Left, right, left, right. Now bring the looseness into your elbows and now into your shoulders. Really loosen up as you're moving. Good. A few more. All right. Put your hands on your thighs. Take a moment to sit still. feel the energy in the fingers, the hands, the shoulders, the arms, how they feel different now. And then bring your palms together in front of your hearts. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.